Hey, Piglet, what day is today?
Today is the day that we burn this motherfucker to the ground.
My favorite day.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. We certainly do live in historic times. You can literally watch history stretch out before you in real time. And tomorrow, T-minus 24 hours, will be the day of days, a day that many people have waited their entire lives for, the day that we get the JFK assassination documents, all 80,000 of them, unredacted from the National Archives. President Trump just confirmed this, and I have the clip for you. But please, if you would allow me to explain why we haven't gotten these documents before now. Because President Trump promised to do this in 2016. Then he went through an entire presidential term without doing it. We got a few documents, but we got really nothing. Why is this happening now? There's one man who had the temerity to ask, it was Judge Napolitano, and he explains here what President Trump saw when he looked at the JFK documents.
I said, you promised you would release the records of the JFK assassination. He said to me, Judge, if they showed you what they showed me, you wouldn't have released it either. And I said, who's they and what did they show you? And then he said, Judge, someday when we're on the phone, and then he raised his voice, and there aren't 15 people listening to the phone call, back to a normal voice, I'll tell you.
Tomorrow, we're going to find out what Judge Napolitano meant there in this 4-year-old clip. Because President Trump has now promised to release all, I said all, JFK assassination files tomorrow, 80,000 pages. President Donald Trump told reporters that he will be releasing all of the JFK files, said that it will be interesting, and giving a little bit of a hint of what we may learn. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tremendous amount of paper. You've got a lot of reading. I don't believe they're going to redact anything, says Donald Trump. I just said, don't redact. You cannot redact. What did Donald Trump see in these files? Here's President Trump seconds ago at the Kennedy Center announcing this.
We're at the Kennedy Center. It needs a lot of work. We're going to fix it, make it beautiful. It's a very big part of the fabric of D.C. and the Capitol. We're bringing back the Capitol. We're bringing back our country. But while we're here, I thought it would be appropriate. We are tomorrow announcing and giving all of the Kennedy files. So people have been waiting for decades for this. And I've instructed my people that are responsible, lots of different people, put together by Tulsi Gabbard. And that's going to be released tomorrow. We have a tremendous amount of paper. You've got a lot of reading. I don't believe we're going to redact anything. I said, just don't redact. You can't redact. But we're going to be releasing the JFK files, and that would be tomorrow. Do you have anything else to add to that, Carolyn? So that's a big announcement. They've been waiting for that for decades. Then I said during the campaign I'd do it, and I'm a man of my word. So tomorrow you have the JFK files. What time will they be released? Tomorrow afternoon. Okay.
Have you seen what's in the files? Have you read them?
I've heard about them.
Was there anything interesting?
It's going to be very interesting.
Was there an executive summary supplied to you, Mr. President?
No, I'm not doing summaries. You'll write your own summaries. It's many pages. Is it 80,000 pages? Approximately 80,000 pages. So it's a lot of stuff. And you'll make your own determination.
President Trump is a man of his word. President Trump promised just this weekend that we are moving along rapidly and everything will be released. He was talking about the Epstein files and the JFK files. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, breaking the entire internet in half. Big day tomorrow, says Anna Paulina Luna, who's launched a task force for the release and declassification of these files. Of course, you have to work with Congress and the Intel Committee in order to get this done. There's even a archive website here, according to Anna Paulina Luna, that is already live, National Archive, JFK Kennedy Assassination Records webpage. They've been holding back 80,000 files. everyone posting this clip, everybody saying he promises that every single document will be made public, fully unredacted, something Americans have been waiting their entire lives to see, some say decades. Massive press here at the Kennedy Center. President Trump says at the Kennedy Center that the Kennedy files will be released. Poetic there in small measure. Tomorrow marks a truly historic moment in American history. If President Trump allows all of this, America will never be the same. No matter who you voted for, this is the standard that we should hold our presidents to: complete and total transparency. What will they find? Will you find that the government assisted in the JFK assassination? Well, Tucker Carlson, doing his own reporting on that, said yes, absolutely, and the CIA was involved.
To find out. We spoke to someone who had access to these still hidden CIA documents, a person who was deeply familiar with what they contain. We asked this person directly, did the CIA have a hand in the murder of John F. Kennedy, an American president? And here's the reply we received verbatim. Quote, the answer is yes. I believe they were involved. It's a whole different country from what we thought it was. It's all fake. It's hard to imagine a more jarring response than that. Again, this is not a, quote, conspiracy theorist that we spoke to. Not even close. This is someone with direct knowledge of the information that once again is being withheld from the American public. And the answer we received was unequivocal. Yes, the CIA was involved in the assassination of the president. Now, some people will not be surprised to hear that. They suspected it all along. But no matter how you feel about or what you thought about the Kennedy assassination, pause to consider what this means. It means that within the U.S. government, there are forces wholly beyond democratic control. These forces are more powerful than the elected officials that supposedly oversee them. These forces can affect election outcomes. They can even hide their complicity in the murder of an American president. In other words, they can do pretty much anything they want. They constitute a government within a government, mocking by their very existence the idea of democracy. As cynical as we have become after 30 years of watching government officials ignore the voters who employ them, we were shocked to learn this. It's not acceptable. Americans have trusted their government less with every passing year since the killing of John F. Kennedy. Maybe this is why. And people have known this for a long time. The people who knew would include every director of the CIA since November of 1963. And that list would include Obama's CIA director, John Brennan, one of the most sinister and dishonest figures in American life. That list would also include, we are sad to say, our friend Mike Pompeo.
Mike Pompeo, of course, got his security clearance stripped. Tucker Carlson reporting that Mike Pompeo is the individual that convinced Trump to not release all of the files, saying that he ran into Trump's office screaming, begging Donald Trump to not release the JFK files. The first time, now Mike Pompeo has been kicked out of the MAGA movement entirely. He is totally and completely banished. He had his security clearance and his private security provided by the Secret Service stripped. And now Tucker Carlson is claiming that other Republicans are desperately trying to block these files. That other Republican being Tom Cotton. Tom Cotton denies this and says that Tucker Carlson knows how to reach me. Okay, well, we trust Tucker on these things. Well, we'll trust President Trump. I mean, listen, what an unbelievable moment to live in. Mike Lee saying, is your dad nervous? Ted Cruz. Many people saying that Ted Cruz's dad killed JFK. I think that started with Trump. I think that started as a rumor that started that he was like part of the Cuban mafia that assisted in the Kennedy assassination. Don't know. Ted Cruz needs to come on the program and answer these questions. President Trump, a man of his word, releasing all of the JFK files tomorrow, and a note, this is where they will be. Anna Paulina Luna has the archives press link right here. We'll put it in the description of this video. You can follow along. We will need all of the weaponized autism of the entire internet focused on this mission to find out what they have been withholding from us. Napolitano saying it was so dark and so evil. Donald Trump said it shocked me to the core. Tucker Carlson saying absolutely the CIA was directly involved in the murder of JFK. And that means you don't live in a real country. That means since the murder of JFK, we haven't actually had a real democracy. I mean, I would argue that maybe President Trump signifies a break point with the unified theory of government, what some people call the deep state. The idea that there is a total, wholly owned government above our government that has all the power and can kill at will. President Trump, of course, survived a couple of bullets, missed a couple of bullets, and so I think he has an axe to grind. It's your boy Benny, grind that axe with us here on the channel. See ya.